Welcome back to the Football Terrace. Sky Sports are running a story this evening that translates from their German outlet into English. And I'll quote the translation via their Twitter account that is the World and European. Zidane will soon be coaching. Soon be coaching Cristiano Ronaldo again. It says the World and European champions, as well as multiple Champions League winners, will soon replace the often criticized Gunnar Solskjaer on the sidelines of the Red Devils. Now, they have massively cited the Sunday Times article that we spoke about this morning on the Football Terrace, but of course added their own flavor to suggest that it will soon happen. Some have suggested, again, I don't speak German, that the words used shouldn't say soon. They should suggest the word should replace Gunnar Solskjaer, but I don't speak German, so I'm taking people's word on that one. A big major outlet running with the Sunday Times story to try and give it some more credibility. Maybe they know something we don't. This all just could be, though, to generate a big hullabaloo. Equally this afternoon, Alex Crooks from TalkSport has suggested that Brendan Rodgers is still the front runner and more likely to take over at Manchester United than Zinedine Zidane. A number of outlets talking throughout the day about the courses, the possibility of Zidane joining, Ronaldo giving the green light and wanting this to go ahead, Ollie's days still being numbered and all that jazz has been trending now for about 9 to 10 hours. In other news today, we're also going to delve into the big story surrounding Raheem Sterling. He could be on his way out of Manchester City as early as January. Big reports again across social media pushing that news. So I want to hear from each and every single one of you over the course of today's show. I want to get your opinions on everything that's going on. Smash that like and share button. I want to know because there's lots of different reports. There's a comment here that says, where's it gone? Zidane ain't happening. See Fabrizio's post. I've seen the post from Fabrizio and shared them as well today. Yeah, I think Fabrizio's statement says, I haven't got it in front of me, I'll paraphrase. It's something like, no talks have happened as of now, but things could change in the future. I think it's kind of a kind of post along those lines. But as we say on the Football Terrace, we don't discount and write off any one particular outlet or journalist at all. We'll share the news. You can have your say on this. Remember, just go back 2 weeks when very unpopular or unknown journalists were saying Antonio Conte to Tottenham. Everybody and his dog said, impossible, never happening, shut up, it can't happen. And then it did. My personal thoughts, and I've tweeted this, is I don't think Man United will get Zinedine Zidane, irrespective of these stories. I'm not calling any journalist or any outlet a liar, fabricators or anything along those lines. We take every bit of news we get with an element of, with a pinch of salt in one hand and an open-mindedness in the other to see what happens, what transpires. This summer should tell us all that. Messi was staying and then he left. Lukaku was impossible to get out of Inter Milan and then he moved. Varane, it was laughed at that Man United could sign him and he did. Remember, Ronaldo's camp first shut down the news that he wanted to leave Juve and he did. So let's not get crazy in relation to this. I'll show you the tweet as well from Sky that they put out. That's the translation via Twitter / Google in German. They have put that out. They have, of course, in their mini piece on this, quoted the Sunday Times, a very, very credible outlet that has pushed the story that United are, remember, the Sunday Times said that Man United are working on this deal. The Sunday Times at no point said that this deal was going to happen, should happen, will soon happen, or any kind of suggestion of that nature. That's not being pushed out at all by anybody. Unless I'm wrong, unless I've missed that, unless that's something I didn't see today. I didn't see anything say that it would soon be happening. But I do want your thoughts. I do want your feelings. My wonderful audience, you know how much I care for your opinions on this matter. Has anybody's mind changed today? Do you think there is a chance, an outside chance, a big chance, or of anything at all happening in relation to Zinedine Zidane to Manchester United? Or do you think this is pure, unadulterated nonsense and Man United fans should slow themselves down, stop thinking about it? It ain't happening. What do you think? I need to know right now, my people. I need to know what you're saying right now. Gaming here says he isn't coming. Ollie is staying. Yeah, look, I think a lot of people like me believe. I don't believe Ollie's staying even for this season. I don't think Ollie's going to last more than another month, if I'm being honest. Although it's frustrating that he's here now. But look, it's going to be an interesting one to see how this transpires, how this moves forward. In relation to that, let's have a look at some more of these comments here. Can't see Zidane at Man United myself. In saying that, if it does happen, I think it's just papering over the cracks at United, is what Blue Viper's got to say. Here's the funny feeling. What happens if they were using this long break to actually make their pitch for Zidane, and it took them this long to convince him to come to United? How would fans react? Look, if Man United tomorrow morning sacked Ollie, and on Tuesday we announced Zidane, I would probably look at it and say, all right, I overreacted with the delay in sacking Ollie. But because of the way my club's behaved for so many years, I just don't give my club the benefit of the doubt in terms of their operations. I'll just hold my hands up and say, yep, I was wrong about it. It would be amazing. At the same time, I would never go over the top and get overly carried away, because in the cold, hard light of day, I still don't trust this board with any manager. However, are there any better managers out there that are attainable for Man United right now than Zidane, who's won the biggest comps, managed the biggest egos, play good football at the peak of their powers, are not past their best, or are not potential? I just don't think there is a better person. So I kind of hope it's true. It's my number one choice. But I'll be honest and I'll be open. I don't think it's happening, irrespective of what Sky have said and what they've added on to the Sunday Times report. Personally, I still think Brendan Rodgers is more likely to take over, in my opinion. That's just my opinion on these things here. Carl here says, could see United getting Zidane, then him resigning as soon as the France job becomes available, possibly leaving United in a mess. Again, that could certainly happen. That isn't like a weird take as far as I'm concerned. Could definitely happen in relation to that. Todd here says, no, isn't happening. Can I ask rival fans a question, though? Can I ask rival fans a question here, legit? Is there a small part of you that's a little bit concerned? Like geez, what if they actually do this? A bit like Tottenham getting Conte. Nobody believed it, and then it happened, and there was like a moment of, oh, God, that's actually a really good manager. Are any of you a little bit worried or concerned? I'd like to know. Comment here says, I'm with you, Terry. Not going to believe anything Man United or Sky have to say until it actually happens. There we go. And look, I have to remain true to myself. I tend not to discount. Do you know what's really funny? I've had a journalist message me saying, why are you talking about this story? It's not going to happen. This same journalist told me during the summer, and I never went with this story. I never even did a stream on it. There's something in my gut told me not to. This guy literally said to me, on Monday, Sal Niguez is flying to England and he'll be finalising his deal to Liverpool. This was like 2 weeks to go in the transfer market. He said, by Wednesday, it'll be finalised. You should run with this story. I never did. He never came to England. He didn't go to Liverpool. He obviously had major talks earlier on in the summer. And I'm like, listen, you DM'd me with a really interesting story about Sal Niguez, and then you're telling me not to talk about this one, which the Times have published. Madness, what goes through some people's minds. I've just learned to not take any story as 100% gospel and not to discount any story 100% as BS. The years of doing this has taught me that, especially this summer. This summer just gone had the biggest highs, the biggest lows. The Spurs tier ones were like, Conte's all but done. 12 hours later, it was over. It kind of flipped the switch and it'd gone somewhere else. That's just what's mad and amazing about football, the transfer market, getting managers in. It's amazing. It's amazing indeed. I want to talk Raheem Sterling as well, people. The Raheem Sterling news is big. It is big. It's been kind of circulating for a while now in relation to what's been going on. And this morning reports, very, very credible source out of Spain from a Gabriel Sanz. A lot of outlets rate him as being highly credible, said that Man City are willing to accept a loan offer with a mandatory 50 million euro. He's quoted euro because, of course, he's Spanish. I believe he's Spanish. 50 million purchase option a mandatory, so a compulsory purchase order for 50 million euros at the end of the loan, with many outlets saying that as early as January, Raheem Sterling could be out the door of Man City. I really want to get people's thoughts and feelings on that as well. And Chris is here, a loan offer, what the hell? Yeah, but with a compulsory purchase order, they're very, very common now in football. It really does give clubs a longer period of time to get their money together. And remember, if they spend 50 million euros on it, put them on a 5-year deal, it's only going to be 10 million euros a year after that. But if you get them on a compulsory order, generally you pay nothing year one, just a percentage of the salary. So for a club, say like Barcelona, who are still probably 18 months away from having their financial mess more resolved, it would serve as a good bit of business. They could bring him in. Pay a minimal amount, wouldn't damage their FFP situation. And by the time they have to start paying Manchester City, they've got a lot more money back in through the bank, gate receipts up, new sponsorship deals, etc., etc. So it would make a lot of sense to do a deal like that. He certainly looks finished at Man City as far as I'm concerned. He's been an excellent servant to them. He's had 4, 5, 6 years of being brilliant. The last 12 months or so have been such a poor period of time for him. Such a poor period of time. There's no doubt about it whatsoever. I think from my point of view, I think it'd be a tremendously good move for him. I think it'd be a really good move for Raheem Sterling. And very few players stay at one club forever. Very few players are able to maintain their brilliance, maintain like the high levels of quality that Raheem Sterling was able to at City for 7, 8, 9 years. Sometimes that change is as good as a rest. Maybe, just maybe, Sterling has become just a little bit stale at the club. I want to know what you think and feel about the Raheem Sterling news as well. He could be on his way out of Manchester City for 50 million euros. Okay, it's 50 million euros. He could be on his way out. I want your thoughts and I want your feelings on that big Man City news this afternoon, my wonderful people. Let's go look at the comment section. We're going to share the link for you to phone in a few moments as well. Todd, make me some eggs. That's a very weird thing to say to each other. I love reading some of your comments to each other sometimes. Sometimes I wish I wasn't hosting and I could just read your comments. Zidane said explicitly that he does not want a job outside of France. Yeah. And we've seen football players say things like, I'd never play for another Premier League team other than Arsenal. People say things and the world changes. I really do think, I'll give you my honest opinion. Anybody that's kind of saying that he said he doesn't want to come to the Prem, this journalist said no. Some very close journalists to Cristiano Ronaldo in the summer debunked the news that he was going to leave and asked to leave Juve. They come out and categorically, I can't remember this guy's name. He's a Spanish journalist and very close to Ronaldo. I'll have to find his name out. And he was like, no. And everybody just shut down the news. Nope, this journalist is a close friend of Ronaldo's. It's not happening. Ronaldo has said via this journalist. And then Ronaldo tweeted himself with the whole shh thing, saying he isn't leaving. 2 weeks later, he's holding a Man United shirt. So what I would say, bro, I'm not saying to you, I'm saying for me, my learn is take it with a pinch of salt. Take it with a pinch of salt. Don't call him a liar, but okay, that's what you're saying, but we will see. In football, in this business, where essentially people are for sale, as in their services are for sale, nothing's off the table. Offer enough money and the right projects, and you can convince nearly anybody to do anything. If I said to you in May that Messi's leaving Barca and going to PSG, 95% of you say no. If I said to you in May, Rafael Varane's getting Man United, most of you would say no. If I'd have said to you that City will spend £100 million on Jack Grealish, a lot of people will say, they're never going to spend that much money. They did. So come on, let's be open-minded about this. I don't think it's going to happen, but the whole he said he wouldn't, so it won't. That isn't my reasoning for it. I don't think Man United can pull it off. I'm coming from the complete opposite end of that spectrum. What makes you think Zidane wants to join United? I literally have just said, I don't think that. But you guys are commenting about the subject, so I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm very happy to talk about Raheem Sterling. That's another talking point for us today. So make some comments, my bro, about Raheem Sterling, and we'll talk about that as well. This was a comment I was waiting for here. Sterling to Man United. I've seen a lot of people saying this on Twitter. What if he did it? What if he did it? Look, from my point of view, I don't think he will. So it's almost a little bit of a non-starter as far as I'm concerned. I don't think he would join Manchester United. Personally, I don't think he would do it. That's my sort of thought and feeling. However, I've just sat here and said never say never. Anything's possible in football. Anything is possible in football. We've seen that before. Could we see it again in this situation? Probably not. But I'm not going to say like 100% categorically no, because I've seen too many times in football madnesses happen. I don't think it will because he's still under contract. I don't think City would do the business. I don't think City would do anything to potentially strengthen Manchester United. But I have seen a lot of people kind of suggest it and ask or like, oh, do you reckon it could happen? If he was on a free transfer, I wouldn't 100% say no. But yeah, personally, I don't see it. I don't see it myself. I don't see it myself. That's just me. It's not one. I'd like to know what you all think in the comments section, please, people. If any of you, where do you think he's going to go? That's more the question. Where do you think Raheem Sterling is going to go? You can't believe anything you hear. Everyone has a price. Is the phrase ability what you're capable of doing? The secret phrase isn't that, but thank you very much for guessing. Remember, we're giving away a PlayStation 5 and a pair of Cristiano Ronaldo's football boots if you guess the secret phrase that is inside that golden envelope behind me. There we go. He would join United if City let him because he was a childhood United fan, is what Abdi Ali believes. Terry, is United becoming a retirement home? It depends, really. It depends, like whether players come in and deliver. If we're the right manager, I'm sure that Raheem Sterling could deliver in a Man United team. Some of your comments do make me die. They're so funny. They really are. Arsenal. I mean, that's an interesting one, Leslie. Would he go to Arsenal? I've heard rumors of, what's his name? Donny van der Beek to go to Arsenal. And again, I was asking myself, would he go? And then I'm like, you know what? It's a pretty good move for some of these players at this. If they keep improving like they are, come January, if they keep improving like they are, why not? Legitimately, why not? If they keep improving, why not? Very intriguing to me. It's going to be a very intriguing one indeed to see whether or not that could potentially happen. Liverpool fans, would you have Raheem Sterling back? Would you have Raheem Sterling back? That's the question I've got for you. That's the question that I've got for you. Would you take him back at Liverpool Football Club? Galacticus Pro says Newcastle. I think Newcastle would be... I still think Newcastle... I would be very surprised if they landed anybody of high Champions League caliber just yet, who's still in their pomp. I really would. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I just do. CFC Time says Sterling to Barcelona. That's certainly an interesting one to see whether that one could come off. That'll be, yeah, definitely an intriguing one to see. Definitely. I'd love to see if that one could work. What else are we saying here? Sterling and Luke de Jong swap deal. Interesting take. Leicester City is what Abdul Karim thinks. Yeah, I mean, that would be an interesting one. That would be an interesting one to see how that pans out. It's been in the papers up here that Donny van der Beek and Sterling are Newcastle bound. That's from Mama Flossie. Hope you're well. Long time. I haven't seen you in the comments for a while. Yeah, look, it is in the papers. I mean this with respect to Newcastle. I'll believe that when I see it. If you're still fighting relegation come then, I don't think they will. Let's just say you get yourselves into sort of low mid-table by January and things are looking better. There's a huge chance. It really depends on how much money you've got because, and I know everyone will say they've got the richest owners in the world, but they can't pump all that money in just yet. It's the Donny van der Beeks, the Raheem Sterlings, they're going to want 150s to 250, 300,000 pound a week. I mean, Raheem Sterling right now, what's he on? 200 grand a week? Got to be on 200 grand a week. So it's covering that, but then bolstering other areas. We'll see. Also, I heard Eden Hazard to Newcastle. That was an interesting one as well. Is the phrase hair dryer treatment? Do you know what? It isn't. But that was one I looked at and nearly picked hairdryer treatment. And I'm like, no, I can't pick another one. I will give you a clue. If this stream hits, right now this stream is sitting on 223 likes, which is amazing. If we can get to 500 likes, I've said 1,000 limit because it's a Sunday. If we hit 500 likes, I will give you the first clue under this secret phrasing. So let's get that done, people. Eric Palmer says West Ham. West Ham would be wicked. Like, West Ham would be a wicked signing right now for Raheem Sterling, especially with the trajectory they're going in. They're in Europe as well. Be very good. Lengen Sweet says, I still don't think City will be leaving. Yeah, it's an interesting one for me. So basically only cast-offs go to Newcastle. No, it isn't about cast-offs. It's about where people are in their careers. And maybe they buy into the project. Maybe there's things we haven't been made aware of yet. I just think Raheem Sterling is too soon. I don't think Raheem Sterling, Raheem Sterling, he can only be 28 maximum right now. That's the max he can be, if not younger. 26. At 26, is he going to go Newcastle now at this stage? Personally, I don't think so. And that isn't a dig at Newcastle. You've got so many great things to come. I just think that's just a little bit beyond you as of now. And I'm just trying to speak as truthfully as I can. 26. A lot of you said it in the comments. Yeah, I just saw that there. Coming through. Let's do. I'm going to share the link now if you guys want to phone up and have your say. Remember, I'll do a bit of a recap on the news that's gone out today. So Sky Sports Germany have run with the story that Zinedine Zidane should or could soon be replacing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Part of their piece, part of their article, highly quoted the Sunday Times that we spoke about this morning on the terrace, stating that United are working hard, the hierarchy at Man United are working hard to convince Zinedine Zidane to join Manchester United. Sky have added their own flavor and interpretation or information, whichever way you look at it on top, to suggest this could soon or should happen soon. Whatever you're translating, if you're a better translator of German than Google, let me know. Absolutely let me know on this. But they've pushed that news. There's others, credible journalists in Spain, suggesting that City will allow Sterling to go as early as January on a loan move with an obligation to buy. I want to take your calls. I want your thoughts. I want your feelings. I want to know what you think about these news stories. I'm going to put the link to call in right now inside the live comment section. I want to speak to you all about this. I want to get your take on all of these stories that are coming through this afternoon. What you're thinking and feeling. Could they happen? If you're a Man United rival, are you worried about these things happening? Sterling, do you want him at your football club? Where should he go? Let's have a chat. Remember, listen, we're not journalists here at the Football Terrace. We are football fans. Tell me how you feel. That's what we're here to speak about. Fans are feelings only. Feelings only. Like, again, you can know things about football, but we're feelings only. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you feel. And all that jazz. Ganesh says Sterling to Juve is what he believes. That's an interesting one. Terry, how would you sell United to Zidane? Legit. Like, if I was going to sell United to Zidane, firstly, I'd make him the highest paid manager in the world. Firstly, money, right? I'll give you lots of money to come and manage here. But I don't think it needs a massive sale. I think all you need to tell Zidane is ask Zidane what he wants. Zidane's an easy sell, in my opinion. What do you want? What would it take to make you come here? Financially, power, control, squad. And as long as he's coming in and he doesn't want to overhaul 95% of the squad, I think it should just be a done deal. Give it to him and then allow him to run with it. We haven't had a world-class manager since Sir Alex Ferguson at the peak of their powers. We can tell by their trajectory after being at United, LVG and Jose were past their best. Ollie, unfortunately, was never quite good enough, and Moyes weren't ready. That's how I would sell it. Nothing big, nothing crazy. He knows the history. He knows the players. Give him what he wants and make him that offer. Who knows? It might not work, but that's what I would do. Andy Tate is joining me now. The legend that is Andy Tate is coming on the Football Terrace now. How you doing, buddy?
That's it. Are you okay, mate?
Mate, I'm all right. I'm at this point where I'm not allowing myself to believe this Zidane news, but it's interesting what the Times have said. Sky Sports are kind of pushing their own sort of variation and citing it. What's your take on this? Brendan Rodgers being quoted as house hunting in Cheshire. I don't know if you bumped into him at
No,
all.
no. Don't want him. Don't want nothing to do with Brendan Rodgers. I'll take Zidane, but it's the PR spin. It's spinning and spinning and spinning because the United are racket. They know we're still angry. They know we're still seething after the derby, and I am still angry. And like you and a lot of the United fan base are, and I just don't believe anything that comes out of this club now.
Yeah, I hear you. It's funny because one of the things that I'm frustrated about is the players have all been given a week off. The players are all doing whatever they're doing. The manager isn't even back in Manchester yet, as far as we were aware. So you've got this element of what have we been doing? Have we been working on a new manager this week? Why have we not been at training trying to solve these problems? What's the feeling up in Manchester locally? Is there a sense that Ollie is walking a tightrope, or do you kind of get that feeling that he could be here for another 2, 3, 4 games minimum?
I don't know what to think. I think the general belief around Manchester is he's lost the fans now. But we love him, but he's lost the support of the fans inside the stadium. And it's heartbreaking to see, but it's gone quiet the last 7 days. It's borderline cowardice by the club. And there was no clarification over the last 8, 9 days. Ollie's gone away on holiday. The players who have stayed at Carrington told not to train or train at home. And I don't think it's right because, like I say, even my family, we're at loggerheads. I'm at loggerheads with my brother. I'm at loggerheads with my dad. My dad thinks he should go. My brother thinks he should stay. My nephew thinks he should go. I think he should go. So it's splitting families down the middle. It's split. It's a talk of the town in Manchester, unless you're a Man City fan.
Yeah, no, of course. And I think that's the thing for me. If we had a competent board and these links were strong like they are today, you remember the Sunday Times is running a story and 90% of people are not believing it. That shows where we are as a club, because the Sunday Times are not known for being a clickbait newspaper. They're not a tabloid. They're not a red top. They're the Sunday Times, and nobody really wants to believe it. I'd love for it to be true. I mean, how excited would you be if Zidane was to be approached, was to come? Is he the type of profile you think's needed?
Well, I think he's the lift we all need at the moment, and he would galvanise that dressing room and the fan base. And even though people say he's never managed in England, well, Pep never managed in England. Look what happened. Klopp never managed. Look what happened. And the same with the Chelsea boss. So just give it a go. Why don't you make Zidane an intern till the end of the season? Give him the contract till the end of the season and see where he gets us.
Yeah, I mean, again, and a lot of people will say he wouldn't do that. Listen, pay him enough money, and who knows? No one knows the answer to that question. I'm a bit like you, though. I love Ollie, and as a United icon and legend, that's never going to change for me. He'd have to do something actually nasty for me to change the way I feel about him. Failing as an elite level manager isn't enough to make me dislike him personally.
Yeah, he's pissing me off though. It's tearing me. I hate him. Yeah, he's pissing me off really royal, and I won't go and say nasty things about him, but I think he generally knows we're angry. But going all quiet doesn't help, does it?
No, mate, I agree with you. And that's almost identical to how I feel. He's annoying me, but it's a bit like your brother and you arguing. Like you sort of like when someone you love and respect does something that annoys you, it kind of upsets me more. People I don't care about, I don't really get that angry with them. Does that make sense? Because they're nothing to me. But with Ollie, he is, and I would love for him to have resigned this week. That person, I'd have loved him to go, do you know what, guys? I've really tried. I'm sorry. I am going to step down. And I know that means giving up money and everything else. I'm sure he's not short of a few bob. I would have loved to have seen him do that. I've got a horrible feeling about this Watford game. I've got a horrible feeling. You know this. You've been a United fan longer than I, born and bred, know more about the club than I ever will, I would say. Our record away in Spain is awful, irrespective of the manager. Even Fergie's record in Spain wasn't good. We go away to Spain in terrible form. We're so likely to be like I just got this horrible feeling we could be on the brink of going out of the Champions League. We then got back-to-back games against Chelsea and Arsenal, which you know what those rivalries are like, especially online. It could be utterly just beyond, not even humbling. It could be carnage, and I don't understand what's going on. It's terrible.
The next couple of games, if he's there for Watford and he scrapes a win, then he goes to Villarreal, and who knows what could happen there. I mean, if Young Boys were to beat Atalanta, then you got 4 teams with a chance, because Young Boys will come to Old Trafford in the last game. Like, they've beaten us once, and morale is dead low, but it could be a last game decider for everybody in that group. But even if we lost to Villarreal, we've got Chelsea on a Sunday, so the mood and the feeling will be still hurtful, and the anger. I mean, I didn't go to the Manchester derby. I took a step back because it's playing with people's health as well. This is where the club don't get how some United fans are intertwined with the club, and how we love and feel and breathe Man United. And it's on a personal level. I took a step back, and even though we lost to City, I felt better for it from a health point of view. And I chilled. I spent time with my family. I walked my dog. Spent time with my girlfriend. So it was better, even though I watched it. And it is as clear as the Manchester weather that was that weekend. The writing's on the wall for him, and I just want it done now. I want it over and done with.
I hear you completely, mate. Andy, always a pleasure to talk to you, mate. Take care of yourself, brother, and I'll speak to you soon. Top man. And
okay, mate.
Let everyone know where they can find you. I know you launched your own YouTube channel recently. Let everyone know where that is, bro.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube channel. I just do it for fun. It's ATTV MUFC, and I just do a bit of banter, bit of fun after games. Nothing too serious, because life is about for now and family. So it's all fun. And it's all about football. Take care.
There we go. Cheers, Andy. Cheers, mate. Take care, buddy. Yeah, go check that out. ATTV. Go check him out. Love Andy. Such a great, humble, what a lovely man like that. Right, next on the show, I met this man a few weeks ago at the studio. Mohammed's here. He's a Liverpool fan. What you saying, mate?
Hello, Terry. Just want to speak a bit of ZIDANE United. Going by what most people are saying, I think even though as a Liverpool fan, I would love to see Ollie as much as possible at United, but even I know it's probably going to end soon and he's going to leave eventually, because I've just seen all these reports everywhere saying that Ollie will get, moved on eventually. So it looks like Zidane will come in, but the question is when he will come in, because you could sack him now, but the thing is, knowing your board and what they do, they're going to wait until at least in the next 2 or 3 weeks after all of this has happened, and then they're bringing him, and then you could possibly be in a worse situation than you were.
Yeah, maybe we could be. It could lead to a worse situation. It's going to be intriguing to see how this pans out. And like I've said, whoever we announce next, the one thing you're not going to see from me, you'll see positivity. You'll see, I'm interested to see how he'll play. This is what he could do. This is how he might improve us. I will not allow myself to get carried away and think, right, title contenders, Champions League contenders. We could win those things, but I've seen too many things fail at this football club to allow myself to get carried away. But what we do need, as Andy just said, we need that boost. We need something where we go, right, give us half a chance here. That's what we need. Mohammed,
I think
go on, mate, go on.
Yeah, if you do bring Zidane, I think that would be a really good move for United. I think you just suddenly see a different air about them, because this team just needs like a world-class manager to get the best out of this type of squad. And if that happens, I can see you winning, maybe not this season, but maybe the season after, like winning some sort of trophy if he is to sign for United.
Yeah. Listen, it'll be very, very intriguing indeed to see what and how things progress in the next few weeks. I'm really, really excited about. I'm not excited about it. I'm excited about what might come. I'm fearful that Ollie's going to stay here too long. It's a mixed bag. Listen, bro, thank you for coming on and having your say, mate.
Bye.
Really
Have a good
appreciate it. Yeah, you did too, Mo. Take care, mate. Thank you. City Express is on the line now. Welcome back to the terrace. What do you want to say? Raheem Sterling could leave. 50 million euros. Give me your thoughts, bro.
I'm not surprised about it. I think so. It's been coming for a while now, and I think so. I wish him all the best for his future. I think so. He's done at City. At least that's what it seems now. And I think so. We need a striker. So yeah, I wish him all the best. Coming back to Zidane, I think so. United should look for a better manager, and by better manager I mean someone who can handle the squad. So I think so. The midfield is not up to the mark where Zidane can just come in and challenge for a title. I don't think
Yeah.
AWB is the player that I would say Zidane would
Bro,
want.
we're really struggling to hear you. The connection's really poor. Try calling us back, Byron. Try calling us back, bro. Tommy's on the line with us now. Tommy's a big gooner. What you saying, Tommy?
Hey, Tell, you right, mate?
I'm good. I'm good. Give me your take.
I think Zidane's coming to you. Though. I have a feeling he's coming to you, though, because this Man United team is a good squad. I like all your players, Ronaldo, Van der Beek. I think Zidane will be coming. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs to step down. He's taking you as far as possible. Thanks for everything. Thanks for rebuilding us. But step down, please. Walk away. You're ruining your legacy. Walk away, please. And Zidane will come. He'll get you challenging for the league. He'll win you the league. He'll win you Champions League, other trophies, FA Cups, League Cups. Zidane's the man. People say, he had world-class players around him. People say, he's not that good. Are you smoking weed? Zidane's a world-class manager. He's up there with the Klopps, the Guardiolas, the Ancelottis, the Tuchels, and people are just saying, he's not that great. Are you smoking weed, bro? I would love Zidane at Arsenal. But yeah, he's coming to you, though. I think Watford away, if you don't win that game, then how can he still be here? And I can see Watford getting something or even nicking it like a 1-0 win. And obviously, you play Chelsea away, obviously, and Chelsea on from. Then we come to you, like we don't really do well at Old Trafford. Like, yeah, we won there last season, but we don't really do well at Old Trafford. So I wouldn't surprise if you beat us, or I'll be happy to go there and get at least a point. I don't think we'll win, but a point at Old Trafford for me, I'll take it all day. But I
hear you, bro. Go on. Go on.
I think
Make fun point.
Sorry, I think Zidane will be your new manager soon. I think Oli, like he's got to go. He's got to go. So I think
you really think it's going to be Zidane?
I think it'll be Zidane. I think Brendan Rodgers will stay at Leicester because Leicester haven't been that good. They're 12th in the league. I don't know by their standards, but I think he'll probably stay. No offense to Brendan Rodgers, I don't think he'll win you the league. No offense to him. Yeah, he'll be playing better football. He'll challenge you for the league, but I don't think he'll win it. Zidane's the type of person that will win you the league. I think Zidane's coming. People can say I'm deluded. I think people can tell me I'm deluded, but I think Zidane's coming. I think Zidane will be going to you.
Fair enough. Listen, mate. Listen, I hope you're right. I don't agree, but I hope you're right, bro. Tommy.
Hopefully with us, hopefully we can get like a Luis Enrique, because no offense to Arteta, he's would be playing well, but I'm still not convinced on him. I'm not getting kind of with Tiffany. I'm still not convinced on this manager.
I hear you, Tommy. Listen, great call, mate. Thank you very much indeed, top man. Thank you, Tommy. Cheers, bro. Deborah here says Xavi says Sterling is coming to Barcelona. I don't know. I've not heard that, Debs, but maybe. Hope you're well, Debs. By the way, Strip Bear says I am bad boss, but Todd is a bugger. He's a moderator. Mods, literally, I might ban mods from talk. If mods talk to each other, they all get stopped being mods. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. If does Zidane expect to see crying rivals saying it doesn't matter, but in reality, they will be in fear of us, is what Joshua's got to say. Mo's coming on really soon. Before Mo, Ahmed's on the line now. What are you saying, Ahmed?
How's it going, Terry? You okay?
Yeah, I'm well, mate. I'm well. What do you want to say, buddy?
Zidane, I'm not convinced, Obviously, he's had a great record at Real Madrid, but at Real Madrid, he had a squad who were technically there. They just needed some man management. But I think with Man United, I don't think you've got players who are technically at the level you guys want to be. So I think you need more of a coach rather than a man manager, motivator. That's what I want to say.
You don't think Zidane's a good enough coach?
I don't know about his team around him, if I'm honest with you, Terry. But I don't think as a coach, like, look at his second stint at Real. It wasn't great, and his first stint, you have to appreciate, he had prime Cristiano Ronaldo, who was a one-man Champions League winning machine. So I don't I'm here to be proven wrong, but I don't rate Zidane yet as a coach. I think as a man manager, as he's a legend player, obviously can't say anything about that. But as a man manager, as a motivator, he's there. At Real Madrid, he had great players, all technically brilliant. He had all the like pieces. He just needed to play with them. But at Man United, you've got some players who I don't believe are technically there, who need help, who need more, tactical, a bit of tactical nous, someone who knows the Premier League. I'm not a fan of Brendan Rodgers, but I think with Conte not available at the moment, Conte not available, full stop, sorry, I think he's the best out there.
There we go. Listen, you're entitled to that opinion, bro. Ahmed, thanks for phoning into the terrace and having your say. Viewers, do you agree with Ahmed? Are there technical issues with coaching from Zidane, and would a better option be out there? Next on the show, Mo is here. Mo's a big United fan. What are you saying, mate?
No, all this talk about Zidane not being a technical coach, you can't get much worse than Oli. Okay? So for you can't get worse than Oli. So outlook, Terry, beggars can't be choosers. If it's Brendan Rodgers, I'll take Brendan Rodgers. If it's Zinedine Zidane, I'll take Zinedine Zidane, and I'll back them till the ends of the earth. I'll back them like United fans do. I think they're both great coaches. I think they'll improve our players. I think they'll develop a style of football which is high press attacking football. I think players like Rashford will get better. Terry, you'll see him slowly develop, going to that next level. I think Rashford will benefit. Sancho will benefit. Van der Beek, all these players. McTominay might benefit as well. I think Pogba might stay. So look, if it's Zidane, it's Zidane. If it's Rodgers, it's Rodgers. But beggars can't be choosers. I'm not going to come here and say, oh, tactical this, tactical that. Mate, have you seen it under 3 years under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? There is no tactic. So anyone with half a tactic will still be an improvement.
I think what's really interesting though about the Zidane situation is this. And I understand, look, everyone's going to have an opinion. Some are going to say he's good enough. Some are going to find the flaws. Listen, when he becomes the Man United manager, I kid you not, watch people start to play down his 3-peat. There'll be all sorts of reasons and rhymes as to why. And by the way, rivals are meant to do that. Now, with every manager that we're linked to that's attainable for Man United, you can find an issue. So if you think about the top 3 names that are looked at as being realistic or looked at as sort of leading the front ways, Ten Hag, Rodgers, Zidane. Every single one of them I've heard linked with this. Someone will say Zidane never managed in the Prem, don't speak English, issues about his coaching. Brendan Rodgers will say good coach, very good coach, plays beautiful football, Premier League proven. But what's his ability like to manage massive egos and the pressure of a club like Man United? No pedigree there. You got Ten Hag, hasn't managed in one of the top leagues in Europe yet, hasn't won a major trophy yet. Football's beautiful though, but then all the other issues that Zidane's got around not being Prem proven come up. There are pros and cons in football fans' minds to everyone that's linked with this.
Yeah.
The point I would say is this: Zidane's, Ten Hag's, Rodgers, all of them are light years in front of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They're level. So that's first and foremost. Secondly, Zidane is a Champions League and La Liga winner who is in the peak of his powers.
And a World Cup. And a World Cup winner.
Well, World Cup is in as a player, but in terms of a manager, he's won La Liga. He's won everything you could win at a managerial level. He's the guy. He's the guy.
Also, Terry, if he does become the Man United manager, the aura that he brings with him, this is Zinedine Zidane. When he walks into that change room, these players' eyes will lit up. This is a legend. This is not like a Man United legend. This is an iconic figure in world football. I'm talking about Pele and Maradona. He's up there with them for me. Zidane, when I was growing up, Zidane was just amazing. He's one of the best footballers ever, Terry. The stuff that man did on a football field was amazing. But as a manager, he's won 3 Champions League. And look, it's always going to be every manager in the world, Terry, there's always going to be pros and cons. But honestly, hearing this news, it's been a hard 2-3 weeks, honestly. And hopefully there is some light end of the tunnel. But whoever we get, as Man United fans will do, we'll back them. We'll give them a chance and we'll back them. And then we'll take it from there. But hopefully this nightmare is over now.
Mate, listen, I hope so. And someone here says, where's it gone? Tuchel wasn't Prem proven. And that's exactly my point, bro. There are pros and cons before any manager comes into a club. Prem proven, not Prem proven. Can he handle egos? Can't he handle egos? Is he a bottle job? Is he... Literally, if you go down the list of the top 10 favourites for the Man United job, there's a problem with all of them. Because the managers out there that tick all the boxes are already our rivals in the Prem, and we're not getting them. The managers that we know are Prem proven, play very good football, manage egos well, and win the biggest trophies. They're at Liverpool, City, and Chelsea. So the only three in the world, the only three managers in the world who don't have a con against their name, as in a pro or con, are at City, Liverpool, and Chelsea, and they're unattainable. So that's why I would say to Man United fans, whoever we're linked with, you're going to hear negativity.
Yeah.
It just relax. There's a negative point attached to all of them. No one knows what is and isn't going to work. United have gone for 4 different type of managers before this one, and we've got all 4 wrong. So I'm just relaxed about who comes in.
Yeah.
It could work. It could fail. No one knows.
Also, if you're going down that road of pros and cons, tactics, no tactics, then you might as well stick with this guy. There you go. Then you don't have to argue.
Yeah, listen, 110%, bro. I get it. It's a Mo. Great call, mate. Thanks very much indeed. I just see a tweet, actually. I'm going to go check the video out soon from a man like Rob Blanchett, who's been on the show. I'm going to get him on the terrace this week, actually. I meant to do it last week. I was just so busy. Who says there's every chance Zidane joins Manchester United. He goes on to say he wouldn't be my top pick. I'm not sure he's the tactician we need, but he'll be Ronaldo's choice. The Glazers have consulted Cristiano Ronaldo. Watch our latest video on the candidates to replace Solskjaer. So that's come from another verified journalist with big connections to the football club who thinks there's every chance that Zidane will be picked up. That's his words, not mine. Zion's on the show now. Make sure you smash that like and share. But we're nearly on to them 500 likes, people. I will give you the clue. Once we hit that 500 like mark, my wonderful people, let's get that done. Zion's on the show with me now. What are you saying, Z?
Yo, you're right, Terry.
I'm very well, my friend. What do you want to say, buddy?
The thing with Zidane is, I think, to be honest with you, right now, United need a world-class manager. Let's be real. Forget about all those tactics. Forget about, playing nice football. Because, I think under Zidane, United will play a brand of football because you've seen that, when he managed Madrid. Madrid had that expansive style of football and all that kind of stuff. Tactics went out the window, in my opinion. But Zidane's won Champions League trophies. He's got a lot of trophies under his resume. And, I know, because I think rumours are saying that he wants the national job, which I think, obviously, there's no hiding that as well. So, I know some reports have come out before saying that he doesn't want to come to the Premier League, doesn't want to come to England. But I think that's all bogus, in my opinion. If a club like United comes a calling, in my opinion, even manager who doesn't want to leave, a team that's really well built, because United's that much of a big club. I think any manager would probably go there. To be honest with you, I think Zidane will be a great fit, in my opinion, for United. He'll play expansive football, great football, because, I know he'll, for his first season, he'll, kind of struggle to, get to know about the Premier League. But I think after that, he will be a long-term manager. Because I think, if you think about it, Rodgers, being linked to United, do I see him staying there for a long certain amount of time? No. But, Zidane he's got, a lot of, like I said, trophies, wins under his belt. Ronaldo's vouched for him as well, obviously playing under him at Madrid. So, I think it makes sense. And, United should get the deal. If Zidane wants to join, United should be not messing around and sack Solskjaer and get Zidane in. That's what I would say.
Yeah, it's an interesting. I'm going to put up on the screen here. This is what Rob, again, verified journalist, has put out. I have DM'd him just to get some more breakdown on this. But what he has said here in his tweet is that there's every chance Zidane joins United. He then goes on to say he wouldn't be his pick. He'll be Ronaldo's. The Glazers have consulted CR7. Watch our latest video for candidates to replace him. There just seems to be a little bit more noise, as you say, towards it. I'm not allowing myself to believe it. I'm I said I'm staying very much middle of the road with this until it moves further along. But we'll see. All these people questioning whether a manager with 3 Champions Leagues and 2 La Liga titles needs to pick a different hobby. Football is not for them. Thanks for Conte, present. Nuno was hitting the blunt too hard. Is what the truth. Yeah, look, I look at it this way. We need a top manager, really, respective, because too many rivals around us now have got world-class managers, and they'll make a huge difference, mate. But how good do you think United would do with, like, when you hear people say that Zidane isn't a tactician, doesn't speak the language, not prem proven? Do you think any of that matters?
Not really. I mean, you don't need to speak the language to manage a team. Let's be real. I mean, you don't need language to manage a game of football. I mean, United right now are down in the basement right now, and they need someone to grab them by the neck and get them up, because they've got a squad that can probably challenge the league title. I said this at the start to all of my mates. I said, I've got the squad to challenge for the league title this season, but the only thing I still don't think they'll challenge for is the manager. I think the manager is the one thing that they lack. People were saying, oh, they need a CDM, all that kind of. You've got one. I think, in my opinion, you got Donny van der Beek, you got Pogba, you got Bruno Fernandes, you got midfielders that can, without a CDM, can still thrive. But there's no system, there's no style of play. I think that's why the only thing I was lacking with the manager. So I don't think that's true that the manager needs to speak the language, the manager needs to adapt to the Premier League, all that kind of stuff. If Zidane comes in, you'll see the change instantly. You'll see, you won't be seeing, early on, thrashing teams, 4-5-0, easily, going past. But you'll see the difference. You'll see, when a plan is put forward to the team, they'll follow that plan. Right now, the players on the pitch are running around like headless chickens. Let's be real. I mean, Ollie's got no system. He's got no tactics. He just tells the players, okay, cross the ball in. Ronaldo will, bail us out. Get the ball to Ronaldo, get the ball to Rashford. They'll dribble past players, and that's it. There's no plan. Zidane will, inform his, formation, his tactics. People say he ain't a tactician, but he's won trophies. Okay, not in the Premier League, but La Liga. When La Liga was still back then, when Ronaldo and Messi were in there, that was one of the kind of a good league back then. But obviously now they've dropped majorly. But you can't say winning 3 back-to-back Champions Leagues is a fluke. I mean, this is not like a trophy that you win out of a cereal box. This is an actual one of the biggest trophies in the world.
Yeah, it's such the whole thing is very, very intriguing as far as I'm as far as I'm aware. I don't get the kind of criticism of Zidane. That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. The criticism of him I find very, very strange indeed. But I don't know. I sometimes feel like it's connected to Ronaldo. I sometimes feel that anything that's connected to Ronaldo's success, there are people that just want to put it down and play it down. You hear this, oh, he only did it because he had Modric and this and that and the other. And it's like, well, most of the, the great managers who have achieved greatness, lots of league titles, lots of Champions Leagues, etc. None of them have done it without great players around them. It's like saying Fergie was only great because he had Scholes and Giggs the majority of his career. It's like, yeah, but he did. He did.
Managers need, okay, you're not going to have world-class players on all kind of, positions, but you need to have great players in the team. I mean, Kroos and Modric back then when Zidane was there, they were one of the best, 2 midfielders in the world at that time. You had Benzema, obviously, but Ronaldo was there. You had likes of, Asensio, who's doing well, Ramos, Varane, they didn't have Courtois that time in goal, so, Navas was in goal. So, they've had one of the best fullbacks. They've had one of the defenses. The midfield was like just the foundation of that team, in my opinion. Modric and Kroos were the foundation of that entire team, that spine of the team. So, I think that's what Zidane will do to the United's midfield. I think you'll see Van der Beek get a lot more game time. You'll see, when Pogba does come back, he'll start to, obviously remember, Pogba's, French, and so is Zidane. So, there's that connection as well. Some of the players that will get on with Zidane, Zidane's not the type of player who's going to, if a player performs well, just because they're playing for Manchester United, that don't mean, you know what I mean. you know,
Yeah, yeah. No, mate. I hear you. I hear you.
The players that are average right now in that team, he'll improve them
Yeah,
majorly.
he could legitimately. You saw what Fabrizio said yesterday, and I believe this wholeheartedly. Donny will push the leave in Jan if nothing at the club's changed. What that means if Ollie's there and he's not being picked. If Zidane comes in, we've got so many good players that he could convince to stay, at least in the short term. And who knows? If he stays and we end the season well, maybe even pick up a trophy. If we look at the real top level positive outcomes that could come, you then go, it's easier to convince them to stay, even if it's a short term, like, you know, maybe not with Pogba, but with the others. You know, if we could get Donny playing to 90% of his ability, just 90%, not let alone 100%, 90% of his ability, we've got one of the best midfielders in the league. He's so good.
You saw him in the Ajax team when they went in that long run in the Champions League. You saw the qualities he had. You know, that player. I mean, I'm so surprised that, you know, Van der Beek's not even getting a sniff of games. Even if you know, he's bringing him on the 85th minute and something like that when the game's, you know, over, and you know, what's he going to do then? Yeah, he's got to, you know, be given a chance, in my opinion. So I just think he'll give every player a chance. You know, that's what I think a new manager does, because he'll start off, you know, fresh. You know, don't care what happened in the past. He'll start off fresh and he'll give everyone a chance. And whoever proves himself to the manager, they'll get in the starting lineup. And I think Donny van der Beek will be ahead of the likes of McTominay and Fred. There's no doubt about that.
I hear you completely, mate. I do. Great call, Zion. Thank you very much for coming on and having your say. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Yeah. So, yeah, very intriguing. Very, very intriguing indeed to see what kind of comes out of this, what transpires in the next few weeks. Next on the show, Invisible is here with us. What are you saying, bro? Yeah, he's not ready to speak, so the rest of his username troubled me a little bit, so that's why I didn't say it, and I thought he'd talk, but he didn't. Let's see some more of your comments coming in here. We're nearly towards it. What are you saying here? With all these world-class managers coaching in the same league, fans will no longer complain because the playing field will be leveled since players will be well coached. Yeah, from the Prem's point of view, him joining will just make it massive. Yeah. Oh, wow. So there we go. I've just been sent a mad update. Oh, I don't know. I've got to read through it 3 or 4 times before I share it. I'll share it with you tomorrow morning. Oh, wow. We're almost on the 500 likes. We're 2 away, and I'll give you your clue. I will give you your clue. I swear to you on my life, I'm not teasing. I'll read you the last 3 words. Ollie is finished. They're the last 3 words. We've hit the 500 like mark as well, people, which is amazing. So thank you. The clue I'm going to give you. I want to make sure I say this in the right way. This phrase has a big connection to Arsenal Football Club. It has a big connection to Arsenal Football Club. Big connection. So make sure you get that in. That is the clue that's been given out to you. They have had better luck finding Jimmy Hoffa than my super chats. No, I've read your super chats out, bro. Put them on the screen as well. 100%. I definitely put that up there, my G. I definitely put that up there. So that's the first clue on this challenge. It's got a big connection or a large connection to Arsenal Football Club. There we go. That is the clue for you. That is the clue for you, my great, wonderful people out there. Oh, my God. My word. This update is made me smile. It's made me smile. Smile though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. When you smile through your fear and sorrows. Have hope, honest opinions. Is it Invincibles? No, you've got to get it word perfect to win this. You've got to get it word perfect. So there we go. There we go. Right. Okay. That was the first clue that came in. Ollie is done. Yeah, I agree with you. Definitely is. It definitely is done. Definitely is done. Remember, it's keep your guesses coming in, people. I'll let you know. If anyone gets it right, I'll let you know. That's the way we're going to do that. If you get it right, I will let you know. Simple as that. Keep those guesses coming in. Saeed's on the line with us now. What are you saying, Saeed?
Terry, how you doing? You okay?
I'm good, mate. You?
I'm okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. I just wanted to say, I think the Glazers are going to bring in Zidane. I think they've done it at the NFL, where they brought in Tom Brady, built a team around Tom Brady. I think they think CR7 is going to do it for them, and they're going to do everything to make CR7 a success. And I think Zidane will bring that success for CR7 and for Man United.
Yeah, it could. Do you think that plays a part? Do you think there's an element of the Glazers that they want this like box office attraction to like reboot the season?
Definitely. I think so. I think that's why they bought CR7 in. I think Solskjaer has tried to get the team to play around CR7 to a certain extent, but I don't think Solskjaer is the right man. And I think probably the Glazers think that Zidane will do it. Well, they have done it together, haven't they? At Real Madrid, they won 3 Champions League. So I think the Glazers will do it.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, and do you think it will be successful? A lot of people have kind of suggested that it won't work. He's not the tactician that's needed. What's your thoughts?
For me, maybe not straight away, but I think season or two, I think they'll do it. I think probably not this season, but definitely next season. They'll win something this season, I'm sure. Probably they'll get far in the Champions League, maybe win the Champions League. I don't know. But definitely next season, I think with Zidane and CR7 and the players that Man United have, I think they can do things.
There we go. Listen, Saeed, great call, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Thank you for the super chats that have come in. I will tell you, I see every super chat. If you get the phrase right, I will tell you. I will tell you. So keep those guesses from coming in. If I see the right one, I will call it out. Thank you to Kanyul. Thank you to Dinesh. Thank you to Jasu. Thank you to CK for your guesses so far. Once you get it right, I will put it up on the screen and we will celebrate that together. How dare you take a Gunnar, you geezer. Come on, you Spurs. God bless. Keep those guesses coming in, people. But look, we're at the end of the show now. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news and more updates for you. Just before we go out, remember, Zidane heavily linked with Man United today. Raheem Sterling may be on his way out of Manchester City as well. Before you leave, smash that like button for the Terrace. Subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. We also have a notifications group chat. Admin only. You don't get spammed with anything, where we put in all our live streams before we go live. It's via Telegram. The link's in our description below. So go and check that out and sign up to it. But until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you all again.